guys, we are back here again with another video this week, and today we're going to be doing the part 2 series of our farming guide. And if you guys haven't checked out the first video already, I've got it attached in the link description there for you guys to take a look at in case you might have jumped over to this one instead. But again, this guide is meant for new players, beginners, and to help out mid to late game players as well, to kind of pinpoint your guys' farming. And again, this isn't the only way to do it, it's just one of the methods that I found to be very effective, and hopefully it helps you guys out. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. So just a recap here from the previous video, we were aiming to kind of get our ducks in a row here. So again, we want to start off by farming Luke Cage, getting Punisher in as well in the first Heroes campaign, and then aiming for Daredevil as well in the arena, and just getting those 3 core pieces for the defenders. Again, that's going to help out with a lot of events. It's going to help out forming your initial blitz teams, arena teams, raid teams, everything. And then from then on, Iron Man will also unlock at level 25 as well. So we were focusing on getting some of the shield characters, so medic, operative, and security as well, unlocked in the first campaign there. And again, it's even more important now with Agent Coulson being unlocked here in the game, that these guys are going to play an even significant and bigger role. And finally, just kind of gearing towards the Guardians set there. So this forms one of the best teams in the game in Alliance Wars and Blitz, in the arena, in raids. These guys are just pretty much the all-around damage offensive teams. And again, just getting those core pieces in, because again, it'll unlock Star-Lord, and he's, in my opinion, one of the best legendaries in the game at this moment in time. So that's why we want to get that early on here. And yeah, let's move on here. So with villains, this is the next campaign after heroes, and again, there's a bunch of heroes here, and you want to make sure you can prioritize and effectively farm the ones that you need for the future, especially if you want to progress effectively. So again, with villains, this gets unlocked after you complete chapter 2 of heroes, so pretty early on you guys can get this unlocked. And again, this mode is available once you have at least 3 villain characters. And you start out with initially with Crossbones and Elektra as well in an event. But again, with these ones, if you're farming from heroes, you're getting Yondu, so you'll get him early on. And again, you can kind of pick and select the ones you want. You've got Bullseye, you've got Hand Sorceress, you've got the Kree Minion there as well, and then you've also got Winter Soldier. What I recommend is farming Yondu and Sorceress first, and those 2 will kind of help out later on. And then you can kind of just pick either Bullseye or the Kree Minion. And last but not least, I would only farm Winter Soldier kind of as a last resort. But again, those are what I would pick and choose from based off of the Heroes campaign. And then moving on here, so these guys are farming easy and early, so we're gonna focus on Jessica Jones. She's the last piece, she's the second last piece for the defenders, and again, she's gonna help provide energy. She's gonna provide a lot of debuffs for your defenders team. And again, this just reiterating, it helps towards your raids, arena, blitz, all that jazz. And next off, we would go for the shield teams. So again, very similar to the heroes, we're kind of focusing on the shield minions because of the fact that these guys are very, very synergistic early on as well, and they form very nice mechanics with each other. And on top of that, you can use that to unlock Iron Man as well. And then just kind of moving towards Brotherhood there, we've got Mystique up there as well. So if you're already farming Medic in the first Heroes campaign, then I would even just move on to start farming Mystique. She's great because you need her for Magneto, but on top of that, she's just a great hero because of her ult, and it allows a huge amount of damage. Even if you don't have the Brotherhood team unlocked, she still does very well in arena and in blitz mode, even as a standalone character. And now we're kind of going more towards late game investment. So we're looking at the Mercenaries, we're looking at a little bit of hand, and then obviously we're getting involved with that because of the fact that you've got catalyst events, you've got gold events, and that's going to come in very, very handy, especially as you progress late game. So that's why we want to start getting those core pieces together. You're going to need 5 Mercenaries and 5 hand units that are essentially at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7, 6 or 7 star respectively. And once you have them, unlocked, then you can start making the most out of those events. We just had the block party event, and that was really good for getting T4 ability materials. But again, mercenary event comes as well, and those ones are good for cash, gold, especially in this game because it's so hard to come by. And then the nice thing about the hand events is it comes for those alpha catalysts, which comes in really handy, especially if you're carrying your characters towards that late game and getting ready for Ultron. And again, we've got a little bit of farming there. I've got Nobu listed there as well with America Chavez, which was just added. Again, she's a nice brawler, and Nobu works really well because you want to get him up so you can get ready for Phoenix as well, just for late game progression. And then just the rest, just a bunch of garbage. I wouldn't worry about farming these guys. You'll probably just get them early on as you kind of get orbs and stuff opening. But like I said, if you've done it farming everything else and you have spare energy and you need some villains campaign to do your daily objectives, that's kind of what I would focus on. And for Nexus, this is the next game mode, and again, this one's unlocked, and this one you will have access to both your villains and your heroes. And if you've got your defenders team lined up, this game mode is going to come in very, very easy to you. So again, we're going to definitely farm Iron Fist. He's the last piece that we need. He offers the heals, he offers a decent amount of damage and debuffs, and he just makes the entire team complete with his presence there. So again, you want to make sure you can just farm him up ASAP, get him up to 2 stars, unlock him, and then get him leveled up. He doesn't need to be 5 or 6 stars right away here, but again, just getting him into that team, you're going to notice right away here that you're going to fly through Nexus, and you're going to fly through the other campaigns that you might have had issues with, like in Heroes if you hadn't completed already. Again, Defenders, Last Piece, Arena, Blitz, all that jazz, just rehashing out the same thing. And again, after that, next we want to focus on our Guardians. So if you can, focus farming on Groot. Jessica Jones, I've got there listed as well in case you haven't got her to 5 stars yet. But again, if you can continue farming her and in the Heroes campaign node, you can double farm her and get her up to 5 stars as soon as possible. So that way, with 5 stars, that forms a very strong team in Arena early on. And on top of that, you can also use her for the block party event and make the most out of that. Yep, and then the shield there is just extra, again, just extra farming for your shield minions, because again, having those core pieces together, that's going to be really, really handy, especially when you unlock Nick Fury and you're going to have all the minions ready for basically slotting them in with it. Let's see here. So again, Kree is the next priority after you guys get those ones farmed up. And again, with the Kree minions, you can get him to get Nick Fury unlocked. And again, like I said, just getting it ready. Sinister Six, that's kind of more down the stretch here, but with Sinister Six, getting Green Goblin, Venom, they're great characters because of the fact that they also perform well with other debuff teams, like for example Brotherhood. But having them unlocked will have 2 events unlocked for you. You'll get Invisible Woman and you also get Shuri. So again, just kind of progressing towards that late game progression and farming these guys as well. Yeah, specifically Venom, he works very well with Brotherhood teams because he can ability block and he can spread the debuffs. So he works really well with Brotherhood teams. And then last but not least, Hand Assassin there, and just farming her so that way we can get ready for Phoenix as well. And then the next pieces are just, again, kind of towards the last but not least, the Hand, minions, and a bit of the Mercenaries there, again, for those late game events that offer gold, that offer ability catalysts, and obviously if you got block party, you've got the Defenders already set up for that. And we've also got the Wakandans there as well. So Okoye there. Again, there's not really an event needed right now for Wakandans, so I've got her kind of slotted last. And even right now, they're more of a raid team. And if you've got Defenders, if you've got Guardian teams, I find that unless you level the Wakandans up pretty much up to the max, they don't really have as much effectiveness, even when you compare them with some of the other meta teams like Defenders and the Guardian teams. And next game mode here is Cosmic. So right off the bat here, there isn't too many characters, so that makes it easy farming. But once you get this unlocked, Again, you need cosmic characters, and from the previous ones, we've been unlocking them as we go here. But by the time you get here, you'll have access to the Kree minions farming as well. And again, it just helps reiterate farming for Nick Fury. So again, you want to farm them early, get them up as high as you can, and then you can have them unlocked when the Nick Fury event comes back. Right now it's on, so unfortunately if you don't have these guys farmed up, you'll just have to wait until the next go around. But Foxnex did say that they are going to have more legendary events frequently, so again, just farming these guys ahead of time, because once you get Nick Fury unlocked, he opens up the floodgates for a whole bunch of combos with the shield minions and even the shield allies like Black Widow and Hawkeye and Captain America. Next off, again, we got Condons and Sinister Six, and they're nice brawlers. Well, Black Panther's a great brawler that goes with the brawler team, but again, just last but not least, and just kind of prioritizing them last as well. Sinister Six, they are a good team, but as I already said, you know, I would prioritize Nick Fury, and I would prioritize the Brotherhood over these guys. And AIM team, again, just a hand sentry there. You can form the AIM teams. I have them last because, again, they haven't really been make it or break it for me. You've got the other farming for the other hand minions as well, but you've got that extra way to farm hand sentry, and he is a good one. He forms really well with Ultron if you got him in Alliance War or stuff like that. But again, just that last necessity if you have nothing else to farm. And moving on to Mystic, again, we're going to farm the Kree minion. Again, it's extra farming for the Kree Oracle there, and again, farming him for Nick Fury. And then moving on, we've got the brawler teams here. So again, farming Loki because he's going to be needed for unlocking Phoenix. We've got the revamp of the Asgardians coming as well. So hopefully that's going to be a nice addition. And again, we got Vision here. He's a great character overall. He doesn't need to be with a power armor team per se, but he's good with Avengers. He's good with any tech team. So once you can get that node unlocked, I would prioritize farming him. But again, that node took me quite a bit of time as well. So just kind of focusing on getting your characters leveled up. And then once you are able to kind of finish off that node, I would immediately switch over from the Kree to farming Vision. And then just the rest, just the extras. Again, not really make it or break it, but Doctor Strange is okay. Yeah, the sorcerers definitely need some revamp as well. I feel like their damage is a little bit lackluster. And then with Cable and Storm, they are okay as individual characters, but again, with Storm, you kind of need Phoenix. I find that she's a little bit underwhelming without Phoenix, and Cable as well. He doesn't do too bad on his own, but again, you kind of need a more synergistic team. That's why I've got them lower on the end of farming priority. And then we're going to move on and change gears here. We're going to move on to raids here. So again, we touched on the arena store last time. So this time we're going to touch the raid store. And again, we want to farm focusing on Raccoon, and then obviously the Kree Oracle as well here. And just focusing on those guys. I would prioritize whichever one pops up in the store, but definitely Raccoon over Oracle if you are running low on resources. And again, that will form the last piece there for your Guardians that you need, and then Kree as well, not to rehash the same thing over and over, but again for Nick Fury. And then from that point on, we can kind of move towards the next wave there, which is, you know, getting the Brotherhood set up, so Sabretooth. And then from that point on, Mysterio's good, Killmonger's okay. I would definitely kind of prioritize, you know, depending on what pops up, but again, getting Killmonger, even War Machine or Ronin. Those can be in no particular order, but whatever pops up in the store. But definitely, if you guys are focusing more towards the Brotherhood, go for Sabretooth and save for him. And if you're going more towards working on your power armor, then go for War Machine as well. And again, with Ronin, he's needed for Phoenix. So again, that'll kind of depend on where you guys are in the game. And then last but not least, just a bunch of scraps on the end there. So again, you got that hand sentry. I would never buy him in the store there. You can farm him, so why the heck not? Thor, he's very lackluster. So again, with the Asgardians, I'm hoping they bring a buff, but again, I wouldn't waste my time with him right now. And then same with all the other minions there. You can farm the shield trooper, so there's no point in farming him there. And then last but not least, guys, we're just gonna basically go overview here. And again, with the just an overview here, we're going to talk about phase 1. So if you guys haven't watched the first video, watch it before you watch this, so that way it makes more sense. But again, with phase 1 in the Heroes campaign, going off for Punisher, Luke Cage, and Yondu early on, and then that way when you get those guys unlocked, you'll pretty much have a nice core set there for the Heroes campaign. We've got some key pieces of the Guardians starting to form as well, and then with phase 1 as well, if you're in Cosmic or in Mystic, just farming those key pieces so that way you can get Nick Fury once he's unlocked. Phase 2, we've got shield minions, higher priority on that, because we want to make sure we can get ready here for not only Nick Fury but Agent Coulson as well. Agent Coulson's milestone awards are going on right now, so that's why it's even more important to have shield minions leveled up, and that way they can kind of work in unison with him, and it's going to go pretty much a long mile here, especially in Alliance War. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out once he's unlocked. And then on top of that, we can start farming some of those key pieces that we need. So for example, Groot for Guardians. We've also got, you can start farming for Phoenix as well. So it's up to you guys. You can start farming Loki and Mordu, and those are some key pieces there for Phoenix. And as well as you can switch over to Juggernaut and also, you can switch over to Juggernaut and Mystique as well for Brotherhood, just to kind of getting those pieces set up, so that way when Magneto comes, you have some Brotherhood to unlock him as well. Phase 3 is similar as well, but again, more Kree in case you guys are just picking up scraps and just getting them up leveled as well. And again, getting ready for Phoenix, so we've got that Hand Assassin there getting farmed up, and then you can also start farming some of the Sinister Six as well, and getting ready for the Invisible Woman and the Shuri event as well if she comes back. And entirely up to you guys as well, but just farming up Sabretooth as well you'll need for the Brotherhood team. And again, with the Spider-Man and Miles, you can also start farming them as well for your brawler teams if you need to. And phase 4, last but not least, just the extras. Lots of mercenary units, and again, I've got some Wakandans in there as well. M'Baku still needs, I don't know, in my opinion, I feel like he could be a little bit better, but again, Killmonger and M'Baku aren't game changers right now. And again, we don't need any Wakandans to unlock anything at this moment in time, but again, I've got them kind of last on my priority there. And again, we've got some AIM teams as well, and War Machine. Again, that's gonna depend on where you are in this game. There's no way to really farm Falcon or Rescue right now with guaranteed success. It's just random luck in the premium orbs, or you've got the Blitz orbs as well. But again, it's not really much success, and henceforth, I don't really have War Machine high up on the priority list for myself. So just some other ones. Again, we didn't really talk about these guys, but just some other heroes we can't really farm right now. And again, we've got Thanos, we got Minerva, which is really great for Ultron, and again, Black Widow and Psylocke, and again, they're in premium orbs. And then we've got Ultimus as well. You can get him in the Ultimus orbs, and then Captain Marvel from the milestone orbs. And then obviously right now we've got Agent Coulson in the recurring milestones. So this is just another category I slapped this in because I didn't really know where to throw these guys. You can get them in the game. It's not a really guaranteed way. It's more RNG than anything, and just saving up your premium orbs and saving up your, even those daily free orbs. Sometimes there's that chance that you'll get them as well. And currently unfarmable. So again, new characters. So we got the Fantastic Four. Namor was in a milestone, but then he vanished. So again, Human Torch, The Thing. We've got Colossus as well. And as just recently here with Graviton, there was an event for him, but now that event's long gone now. So again, he's not really farmable anymore other than that event. Other than that, guys, that's all I got here for you today, and hopefully you guys found this guide useful. And if you guys got any questions or comments or anything like that, feel free to like, subscribe, or whichever. Other than that, guys, hope this has helped you guys out, and good luck with the Agent Coulson milestones, and happy gaming, guys.